and this is how we get down. What's good, everybody? Welcome into a Wednesday Hump Day F-Day episode of your favorite morning sports and sports betting brand. We call it Coach and Company. We're live on the Stadium Network, and as you can see, I'm outside of the friendly confines. We're on the road for ESPN Betcast number 2. Tomorrow, ESPN app, I will be on 11:15 a.m. Eastern Time with 8 hours of betting golf, talking golf at the Genesis. We'll have some bets coming up here in a little bit, but I'm super excited for that, so please come and support your boy. Now, yesterday, we were 3-4 on our picks. Not the worst day, but certainly not a day that Peyton Lodge is very, very proud of. I'll deal with him in a second. Nebraska, they got the court stormed on them last night. When was the last time Nebraska had somebody storm the court? I'll wait. All right, our schedule today, very, very busy. As you know, we had to move our Coach and Bro show around. We had a great episode last night. A lot of you watched it already. We'll have another live episode tonight on YouTube and social media, and we encourage you to tune in for all the latest pro wrestling news. And don't forget, that's at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 to 4 today, Off the Ropes with the Coach on SiriusXM Channel 156. All right, a couple of news of the day items today. The Chiefs have restructured the contract of one Patrick Mahomes to turn $54 million into a signing bonus. His new salary cap number will be $34 million. Not the first time that they have done that. And topic number 2, breaking news just came into the BTT newsroom. Kyrie Irving has been shut down for the rest of the season. He will not play even 1 minute for the Dallas Mavericks this year. All right, housekeeping, it's done. So where do we go? What do we do? There they are. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Let's beat the books. All right, look at this motley crew today. We're going on the 5-man weave. And I got to waste no time. With all due respect to Raph, Mikey, my man Brandon, I got to start with the man whose following is starting to explode. So much so that the demand, I say, for extensive merch with his face on it was just something that we could not ignore. Big Tommy C. My guy, would you like to show the good people at home how they can save 10% on anything at our new merch store, including your new, oh, my God. Oh, my God. Tommy, what are we doing?
Coach, I'm in front of you. Look at that. You're behind me. You're on the left.
Oh, I know. What's your boy doing to your left, to our right? What's he doing?
You're healing out, buddy.
No. The other one. The guy to your other side. What's he doing?
Is he kissing? Looks like
he's kissing the air or something. I don't know. So I mean, Tommy, these are going to be a can't miss. Everybody's got to have. Vinny Ruru said he's got to have one. He wants to wear it on the show. What would you say to people who say look, you can even order it right now? Fugazi, Fugazi, get 10% off the entire store for our new launch, Tommy. You are the linchpin, my guy.
Well, you remember Steve Austin 316, right? Well, there's your new shirt, everybody. What a Fugazi. Everybody's going to be wearing. Maybe even Stone Cold.
Maybe even Stone Cold. All right. The only thing we ask, if you do get a piece of merch, send us a picture. We will throw you right up on the show because we appreciate you guys when you are supporting the brand. Also, Tommy, you're dominating the hellos today because a member of your family, guys, I don't know if you've seen this, but little Tommy C, guess where he's going to be later this year? Hanging out with members of NSYNC, of O-Town, of Ryan Cabrera.
Yep.
The what's it called? The Pop 2K tour?
The big band, the Pop 2K bad something tour. I don't know. It's on cruise. It's a cruise.
It's a cruise. Producer man, do we happen to have that? Might be frozen right now, but anyway, you guys need to support that. If you're looking to go on a there you go. The boy band cruise. I know, Brandon, you'll be the first one in line for this one.
Probably not.
You don't think so? Mikey P, what if we sent you down there to cover the big boy, the boy band cruise?
I would absolutely love it, Coach. Anything for the brand. I think there are a few things that could be happening for the brand that I would love to do.
Yeah, no doubt, which is why we won't send you to the boy band cruise. But shout out to little Tommy. He DJ'd my wedding all those years ago, and now he goes from the Coachman wedding, which obviously didn't work out, to the boy band cruise. And all of those nights in between. All right, gentlemen, I got no time for hellos. We got to get to our best bets. I have one very simple question for you. Oh, Brandon, a little slow, big dog. A little slow. All right, Mikey. Oh, he beat you. He did. Mikey P, start us off. Best bets, go.
I'm going with St. John's tonight on the road at Marquette. St. John's on an 11-game win streak, taking them -8.5. St. John's is one of the best teams in the country, and I believe at this point in the college basketball season, the top-ranked teams need to start playing like top-ranked teams. So I believe St. John's will take care of business. And then Arkansas on the road at Alabama, not taking them to win, but taking them +4.5 here. They are 17-8 ATS this season. I like the Razorbacks to cover their you-know-whats.
I think there's going to be a lot of points scored in that one tonight. I could see 90 to 80, 90 to maybe 86. That would help you out a little bit. Do you know what the total is in this one, by chance?
I do not.
I'm just guessing. I don't need to know it. I'm just guessing it's probably right around 175. I'm going to guess 172. Am I anywhere close, Raphael? Oh, of course he's on. Oh, Raphael, my God.
I'm looking right now. I didn't want to hear me typing.
What is it? What's the total?
It's close to 180 last time I saw.
All right, here's what we're going to do. If it hits 180 tonight, just that's the flat number, 180 tonight, we will give out a piece of merch tomorrow on tomorrow's show. If Arkansas, Alabama hit 180 total tonight, that will be
183.5 right now. Open up at 180.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll leave it at 180. That'll be our merch giveaway, Fugazi. All right, speaking of Fugazi, Big Tommy, I'm coming over to you because you have the same team, and this game's tomorrow because the NBA All-Star break resumes tomorrow. You're my NBA guy. You like to focus on one team. Explain yourself on these two plays, please.
Well, Coach, this tomorrow night's game with the Knicks is probably the biggest game of the year for them. They cannot beat the Pistons. They're projected to go all the way, and in order to win, they have to beat the Pistons, but I'm not buying it. I'm taking them Pistons money line plus 154, and I have facts to prove this. The Pistons have won each of their last 8 games as underdogs, and I'm taking Detroit plus 4.5 minus 108 because the Knicks have failed to cover the spread in 9 of their last 13 games as favorites against Eastern Conference opponents. This is a huge game for the Knicks tomorrow night at the world's greatest arena, Madison Square Garden.
Wow, that felt like inside info early in the show. Those are crazy Big Tommy stats. What was that first one again? They've won 8 straight when they're underdogs?
Their last 8 games as underdogs. 8 games as underdogs, they've won.
Wow. Quite the Big Tommy C fun fact. My man is moving lines and making moves. All right. Thank you, Big Tommy. Let's go right upstairs. My guy, Brandon, what do you got today?
Let's go to the ice, Coach. We got Olympic hockey quarterfinals. Men's quarterfinals start today. Let's start with Finland versus Switzerland. Finland loves to block the puck. They play really well defensively, and they can score. Switzerland's not going to be able to handle this team. I'm taking Finland minus 1.5 on the puck line at plus 125. And let's make some real money. SGP, USA versus Sweden, over 5.5 goals, and the USA minus 1.5 at plus 220. Let's have some hockey.
All right, let's ask. So what do we need in that SGP? I just got a very important text. So I can you replay that for me, please?
USA in Sweden over 5.5, and USA to win by 2 goals.
All right, so 4-2 would cash it for us.
Correct.
We got to get 4-2, 5-1. Okay. Well, 3-1 wouldn't. You said over 5.5.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the minus 1.5. Yes.
Oh,
over
okay.
5.5. 3-2. 4-2. Yeah, whatever. I'm not good at math. Chicago Public Schools.
Clearly. All right, Raphael, it's coming down to me and you. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
I'll go first. I got one play, but I want to piggyback on Tommy. This number will go to 5. So if you like the Pistons, wait, because this opened up at 3. It's already at 4.5. So I think you get a better number tomorrow. My one play is coming out of college basketball because that's pretty much all we have on the betting board. I'm taking St. Mary's team total over 73.5. They're 10.5-point favorites. They should easily win this road game. And this total's already moved 5 points, but the team total only moved 1 point. So I think 73.5 is great value. They've already beat Seattle at home 93-76. I think this blows over.
Yeah, I feel like, what did you say?
Blows over.
Okay, that's what I thought you said. There's been a lot of focus on the West Coast this year, I feel like, in college basketball. More so than maybe I think ever before. Speaking of the West Coast, that's exactly where the PGA Tour is this week. I will be on the call of the Genesis on the ESPN app starting tomorrow, 11:15 a.m. Eastern Time. Just look for the BetCast. DraftKings. Hideki Matsuyama. He will get the dub. He won here 2 years ago. Remember last year they got displaced because of the devastating fires. They will be back at Riviera, a place that every top player loves to play at. In fact, it's their favorite. And every top player will be in the field this week. Remember, there's a very, very limited cut, only maybe 10 or 15 guys, but none of my guys will have to worry about it. Hideki plus 2,200, I call that the sweet spot. He won here 2 years ago. He won earlier this year already. He lost in a playoff in Phoenix, and then last week in Pebble Beach, he had another top 10. This guy is on fire, and I think he gets it done this week. Then I like 3 tournament matchups. I love Tommy Fleetwood over Xander. Now, Xander 2 years ago had a top 5. Yes. But Tommy Fleetwood is your reigning, defending, undisputed FedEx Cup champion. He played well last week in his debut here in the States. And Xander, let's just be honest, Xander has not played good golf since 2024. Love this number. Then Hideki, I like him in this matchup over Russell Henley. A lot of people are very bullish on Henley because he's a great iron player. And on this course, you got to hit in the fairway. If I think Hideki's going to win, clearly, I think he's going to win whatever matchup I could find at my sports book. I like him against anybody except Scotty Scheffler this week. And then finally, Sam Burns. He's been playing red-hot golf. I like him over Matthew Fitzpatrick. I had to give you guys a plus money play, and this was the only one that I liked, if I'm being completely candid with you. So those are 3 tournament picks. Tomorrow, I'll have round 1 picks on the show as well. Mikey, LA Golf Riviera, does it move the needle for you?
Here's the thing. If I knew anything about golf, but I will say this, Coach, as I mentioned to you the last time you were traveling, listen, I'm Kiss Up Mountain all day long, so I threw on the BetCast last time you were working, and I was like, damn, all right, now I'm interested in golf. So if you're on the call, I'm in.
Raphael, the percentage that has gone up in people betting on the sport of golf is around what, would you say?
Oh, lately it's probably been anywhere between 40 to 50% just on major events. This event right here, because Tiger Woods is always around it. He's not in the event, but his name is around it. So you'll get more betting action.
Yeah, he did meet with the media on Tuesday. He is in attendance, and we'll have a little bit more on what he said later in the show. But even him around, remember the last time he played, he had to withdraw early. And it's just really hard to watch him play golf right now because of all the surgeries in the backs and all that. But I know Tommy over there in New York, Connecticut, this is really getting on your radar, yes?
I don't think so.
Big Tommy C in golf just never got along. Never, ever got along. All right, gentlemen, I feel really good about our picks right there. Full day. Summer tomorrow, summer tournaments. We got you covered even in the Olympic Games. All right, still to come. It is Rant Wednesday, where my guys get to go wherever they want, and they normally do, to rant on something they just need to get off their chest. Also, front page news, we have breaking news out of the NBA. One superstar not coming back. And where are the 49ers going that makes you go, huh? What? We'll discuss. And also the future of LeBron James with the second half looming tomorrow. It's Coaching Company. Just getting started live right here on Stadia. All right, speaking of Tiger Woods, he said in his press conference yesterday, gentlemen, that he will not rule out playing in this year's Masters tournament, which is about 2 months away. Mikey, what do you think that would do for the Masters if he announces April 1st? I'm good to go.
Massive boost in interest and obviously betting and everything and conversation around it. But as you mentioned, it might be a tough watch. It's we're getting at that age for Tiger Woods.
Yeah, he just turned 50, and Rafael, and I fall in this trap too. I like to bet on Tiger no matter what. And watching him the last few years, it's been the easiest bet to fade him. What do you think he would do to the betting market if he does play in the Masters?
You just nailed it. People are going to watch it because they're going to fade it. And we've all seen his last couple of events where he can't even finish. So it's negative of him coming back. Yes, TV ratings will go up, but it's the negativity of the people betting on him.
Brandon, do you like that he even teased this yesterday?
Yeah, look, Tiger Woods is the popularity of golf, and even though we know where Tiger Woods is at in his career right now, he's still somebody that you want to watch on the golf course. I love watching the TGL with him, even though his team really never wins. I still love watching the fact that Tiger Woods is swinging a golf club. I would absolutely watch.
Yeah, he kind of gave himself the worst team in that TGL. Big Tommy. Even though you don't like golf, you don't watch golf, you would watch the Masters if Tiger played, yes?
I do watch the Masters. I'm a big Tiger fan. Let's face it, coach, it's like WWE. Big stars make big events. He shows up, ratings go up 100%, coach.
I say it all the time. There is no substitute for star power in any sport, but certainly in the world of golf. I tell my guys here, I'm actually at PGA Tour headquarters right now, and I tell them all the time, we've got to feed into the stars. We've got to lift the stars up. We've got to teach these stars to have personality because that's what fans want to see. Those are the players that are going to be elevated and not just, hey, you're great on the golf course. Man, I'm interested in you off the golf course. Just go watch Bryson and go watch his YouTube channel. He's making millions because he's entertaining. We're back live, guys, in 5 seconds. Okay, welcome back, everybody. It is Coach coming here live on Stadium, YouTube, and social media. I am the coach. And I was cleaning out my phone the other day because, as like many of you, I get so full that I need the storage. So I was going through all my videos to seeing which ones that I could erase, get rid of. And all of a sudden, about 2-3 years ago, and there is my phone, a video came up of one Howie Schwab. The great Howie Schwab, which is the reason we do this on Wednesday, sent me a video. And I looked at the time and the date, and it was 3:30 a.m. when he sent it to me on the way to dialysis because he still wanted to be a part of the show. I watched the video over and over, probably 4 or 5 times because it's been a couple of years since he passed. It gave me a lot of good feelings and made me understand that what we do every Wednesday, it's for the right reasons. He loved this show. He loved this team. He loved everything. And he also loved to complain, which is why every day, ladies and gentlemen, oh, yes, every day can be an F day.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to the first F day. Welcome to the first F day. Pardon me.
The right hand of one Dick Vitale, who, by the way, is going to be calling games with Charles Barkley this year for March Madness. I'm here for that. All right, gentlemen, we've got rants that are every piece of the spectrum. So where do I start? You know what? I'm going to go with the most shocking news that we've got the last 48 hours, and that's probably one of the, if not the biggest name in all of women's mixed martial arts. So, Mikey P, I'm coming to you. One very simple question. What are you ranting on today?
You know, the news broke yesterday of Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey, a 39-year-old Rousey, a 43-year-old Carano getting into a hexagon in May to fight for the first time in over 10 years for each woman. And that's okay. And it's also okay to be a fan of that. It's also okay to be excited for that because in the sport of MMA, throw out all the promotions. Finally, we have a box office attraction for a sport that is starving for them. Never mind the fact that the best women's fighter may not even be the biggest promotion, the UFC. Their 3 biggest superstars, one's coming back from injury, One is coming out of retirement, and the other is just cleaning out her division. So when you need an injection of life, when you need something to get excited about, people, no matter if they started watching in 2008 or 2025, you're going to know these names. You're going to be excited because women's MMA and MMA as a sport absolutely need the star power of Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano.
Yeah, yesterday on ESPN, she admitted, Ronda Rousey, that she had called Dana White to do this originally, and Dana White wasn't interested at all. And so Jake Paul, people say, why? Hey, UFC had the chance. They chose not to do it. This is going to get gigantic numbers. I guarantee it. Netflix, once again, investing in combat sports. All right, let's go from a good fight that we all are interested in to one that I don't know who's going to be interested in it. My guy, Raphael, one simple question. What are you ranting on today?
Here we go, Coach. April 25th, the geriatric fight. We have Mike Tyson, who is 59 years old, fighting Floyd Mayweather, 48 years old. Tyson turned 60 in June. I'm not going to bash this fight because I'm going to watch it because I'm going to put prop bets all over it. I'm more concerned for Mike Tyson. He is going to be 60 years old. We all know what he likes to do in the off time. He smokes something. I am more worried about his health than anything in this fight. Yes, Floyd Mayweather is just going to play defense. He's the most boringest fighter in boxing history, but he's best defensive boxer in history. But this fight's going to be boring, but cardiac. I'm hoping that does not hit Mike Tyson.
Yeah, that would not be good if Mike Tyson went down. And it's okay if you say weed, Raphael. It's all right if you say weed. It's okay.
I was just trying not to say one other word.
I don't even know what that other word would be. By the way, they're fighting in the Congo. Let's also throw out the fact that Tyson was a heavyweight and Floyd Mayweather fought at 150, 145, something like that. But this is not a mismatch. What are we talking about here? What are we doing? Oh, we got to bring back what are we doing? I mean, this is driving me insane. All right, gentlemen, well done so far. Brandon, let me come down to you. Because I like the fact that a couple days ago we talked about Aaron Judge, and he admitted that he was not happy with how things went very early on in the offseason. So I ask you, what are you ranting on today?
Well, Coach, we are about 50 and a half hours from the first pitch of spring training, and I need more Aaron Judge injected into my veins, and I need less of the Brian Cashmans, less of the Jed Hoyers in the world who are in big markets and treat them like they are small markets, who treat their fans like they are dumb when they talk about, oh, we've got to be careful when we spend this money, and we got to be careful when we spend that money. Aaron Judge was absolutely correct the other day when he said, we're the New York Yankees. Let's go out there and get the right people. Let's go out there and finish this thing off. The New York Yankees should never have an excuse to not spend money. The New York Yankees are the Los Angeles Dodgers of the East Coast, and I love every single moment of it. You're about to go into a baseball season where at the end of it, you're probably headed for a long layoff. So you need to attract your fans in the biggest way possible. And the New York Yankees this year, if they can go out and win a World Series and have their season and have their fans for a full year when there's no baseball being the world champions, that's how you keep your fans around. And Aaron Judge is absolutely 110% correct. And the Brian Cashmans and the Jed Hoyers of the world are absolutely 110% incorrect.
Big Tommy, you're a huge Yankees fan. What did you make of Aaron Rodgers calling his own team out, just like what Brandon talked about?
I love it, Coach, because he's concerned. Let's face it, he's 30-something years old. He doesn't have much rope left to have a great years and win a championship. He called them out. What people don't know, he had a big say in bringing Paul Goldschmidt back. He called Cashman up and said, hey, man, I'd like to see you sign this guy. And what did Cashman do? He signed Paul Goldschmidt. So Aaron Judge has a big say of what goes on with the Yankees, and I love every bit of it.
Well, you would think so. I mean, I don't know when we got away from the big stars not having a say. He's a 3-time MVP, for God's sake. All right. It's come down to this. One great heel, one great leader. One great heel, one great I don't know what you would call him. But right now, Big Tommy C, my guy, I heard your head exploding over the weekend, and I just didn't know why. But you're going to tell us right here and right now. So, Big Tommy C, what are you ranting on today?
You know, Coach, we talk about big stars making big events. Well, I watched the slam dunk contest this past Saturday. What happened to the slam dunk contest? I remember the days of Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins, D. Brown pumping up the Reeboks. What did I see? A G League NBA slam dunk contest. I didn't even know who these guys were. Johnson, this guy, there wasn't one creative dunk. Johnson, he won the, he's dancing afterwards. He thinks he's at a New Edition concert. It was horrible. You know what, Silver? You need to get better. Bring Dwight Howard back with the Superman cape. Bring Griffin back. Bring the car into the court. It was just horrible. It wasn't, you know what, guys? It wasn't even in prime time. It was on at 5 o'clock. What an embarrassment the NBA slam dunk contest was. It was just horrible, and they need to rethink that. Bring some of the old school back. I like that, Coach, going against the young boys, because those guys weren't cutting it. Not one creative dunk at all. Embarrassing.
That's kind of the word that I think a lot of us had, Tommy, is embarrassing for the entire weekend, the entire thing. They've tried to fix it, but all you got to do is go back to when it was the most popular and then just do that. East, west, stars dunk, stars shoot. That's it. It's as simple as that. But these stars don't care because they make $40, $50, $60 million a year. They don't care. They don't care. And that kind of morphs me into my rant today, because I got so fired up watching the other day video of the late, great Kobe Bryant slapping the floor, getting after LeBron James. What did he do? He flipped it over to the other side of the court because he didn't want any of the smoke. That's the NBA All-Star game. That's the star power. That's what used to happen. And Michael Jordan, 63 years old yesterday. And right now, if we were to put a GoPro or to put a microphone on him at any point, can you imagine the language that the GOAT would be using to describe what he is watching today? Why do you think he got out of NBA ownership? He couldn't stand sitting at the end of the bench, people saying, hey, he's way too into it. He couldn't stand sitting up in the skybox watching guys that couldn't lace his sneakers 30 years ago. These OGs are not out of touch. These young kids need to go back and look. And now we find out that Kyrie Irving, one of the most OGs of the OGs, is not going to play this year. A lot of these guys, Adam Silver, the entire NBA, these young guys in any sport. I even told it to Fernando Mendoza, who was on my flight the other day. I looked at him, and we had that respect. Yeah. And he got it. And in that glance, he knew what I knew. He's got to go out there and get it done as a youngin' and lean into the OGs like he has Tom Brady. I am so tired of the young cats making it all about money. Let's start getting in, putting our hand in the dirt, slapping the floor, and taking all the smoke. Mikey P, how do you feel about that?
I love it. Coach, I'm going to kind of piggyback off of that. It shouldn't take Wemby, a guy who's from France, to motivate an Anthony Edwards. I mean, it's that simple. You're supposed to be the best in the world. Don't get upset when he gets upset.
I agree. All right, it's the time of the show. We always hand it off to Big Tommy C, who's got to run. Tommy, you got 30 seconds. Floor is yours.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, guys. I hope everybody has a great show today. Finally, can we bring football back on Sundays? Because I don't know what I'm watching on Sundays. I watch a show called My Cat is Hell, where this jabroni guy walks to house, and people are crying that their cats are just mean to them. What are we doing, Coach?
That's on Animal Planet. I actually had it on the other day. I hate cats. And that show ended in 2018.
Oh, okay.
By the way, it's not even a new show. But I get it. Tommy, you're my guy. Can't wait to see that first Fugazi. We'll catch you later.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
The great Big Tommy C. All right, we're only halfway home. Front page news on the other side. Coach and Company right here on Stadium. All right, some NFL news today. Mike Evans, the great wide receiver of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he has announced, guys, that he intends to play for a 13th NFL season, which is a lot for any player, but certainly a player like him who's had a ton of injuries. But Mikey P, we don't know where he's going to play yet. Should the Bucs make a play to bring him back?
Simply because what he does for your locker room, what he does on the field and off the field, you can't replace that. There is no talent bigger than Mike Evans in Tampa Bay wide receiver franchise history, in my opinion. So for Mike Evans, could he find a more lucrative opportunity elsewhere? But I think he's loyal to a fault, and I think he'll be back with Tampa this year.
He is loyal to a fault. Brandon, what do you think the price tag will be to get Mike Evans anywhere?
I don't think it's going to be close to what a lot of people think that it will be. A lot of people think that he's going to command top dollar. I think it'll be somewhere in between league minimum and top dollar because he's one of those guys, 13th year in the league, a lot of injuries. If he's coming back, it's going to be for nostalgia reasons, and it has to be in a Tampa Bay Bucs uniform. Look, I'd love to see him in Chicago, but it has to be in a Tampa Bay Bucs uniform. Anything else is sacrilege.
It feels that way. It really, really does. But what if, say, the Lions, Raphael, or the Bears, or a team that's just on the brink, and they want a good locker room guy who can still produce and not that big of a gamble?
Yeah, if I'm Buffalo, I might make a phone call and see, because the leadership, like Mikey said, that he has in the huddle alone would be really good for this new Buffalo Bills that has a new head coach on there. So if I'm Buffalo, I'm making a phone call. But he retires at Tampa Bay.
You think so?
Yeah.
He's got to be. So what's a top flight receiver now? 30, 40 million, I think, for like the Chase and the Justin Jeffersons and those guys. So I could see him 10 to 15. I think 10 to 15 could get it done. If he asks for more than that, I think that's going to be way too much if he gets over 15. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, gentlemen, we got a lot of topics to get into coming up in about 20 minutes. We're talking about the future of LeBron James, but right now, his old running mate. Oh, he ain't running. It's time for Front Page News right now in 5 seconds. All right, this is the time of the show where we take some of the bigger topics in the world of sports and we give you our takes on them. And this was breaking news at the top of the show. And this is really devastating for the Dallas Mavericks. And Mikey, I want to let me see my guys, see what order I've got myself in. I want you guys to piggyback this entire show if we could, because they've already traded Anthony Davis. They're putting the franchise in the hands of Cooper Flagg. So, Raphael, I'm going to start with you, go right down the line. And now there won't be any Kyrie Irving for the rest of the year. What do you make of this news?
I guess the Dallas Mavericks now are tanking. That's why he's not coming back. Because if you bring him back and you win some extra games, this is a very deep NBA draft. I think it's very smart what Dallas is doing.
Yeah, look, they had a chance at a backdoor way into the play-in tournament to get into the playoffs, but now they have no chance. And I think that you're right. As much as I hate the tanking, as much as the NBA is getting destroyed by teams that are tanking, I think it's Dallas has to hop on that bandwagon.
This is the smartest thing for the Dallas Mavericks, and it's not about tanking. It's about Cooper Flagg. Kyrie Irving, present or not, this franchise is in the hands of a 19-year-old kid who has continuously gotten better throughout the season. So for me, if I'm the Dallas Mavericks front office, I go, let's just see what this kid has and how we can build around him moving forward.
This is what it's all about right now. They are 19 and 35, so that's 54 games, which means they have 28 left. They are 7 games back of the 10th spot. So they're 7 games back of even getting into that 2 for 3 or whatever that play-in tournament is. This makes all the sense in the world, because even if you catch them, which you'd have to play really, really hard to make up 7 games in 28, you're not even in the playoffs at that point. You're in the play-in. This makes all the sense in the world. Now, Mark Cuban came out and said, do you have something, Raphael? Oh, okay. Mark Cuban came out and he said that we should all embrace tanking. He said, we didn't do it often, but back in the day, tanking helped us get Luka. Raphael, are you shocked that Mark Cuban would admit they actually tanked to get a player?
No, and they're saying it right now. Most of the owners and players are agreeing that they're tanking, but the league is saying we don't want you to tank. So I'm just glad that he was honest with this answer, because it's going to happen year after year until they fix it.
Yeah, nobody's going to embrace tanking, and you shouldn't embrace tanking. The NBA absolutely has to step in. There has to be a way to stop tanking. I suggest that you take these play-in tournaments, and the winner of the play-in tournament actually gets the highest number of balls in the lottery, and you support winning as opposed to losing and tanking.
I'm going to piggyback off of that, Brandon. I've got another idea. Why don't we take a loser side of the NBA Cup that the NBA loves to profit off of and put that for draft purposes? Like, this is so dumb. And if I'm Mark Cuban, while I understand he didn't trade away Luka Doncic, I want to be talking about other moves from my previous franchise, the one that once had both Luka Doncic and, wait for it, Jalen Brunson in the backcourt.
Yeah, we forgot. It only cost the Knicks $24 million a year to snag Brunson away from the Dallas Mavericks. All right, I want to stay in basketball, but let's go to college because Mick Cronin is starting to become my favorite curmudgeon, as I like to call him. He's tiny. He's not super big. He has a ton of wins, and he will let you know just how good he is. Formerly at Cincinnati, now at UCLA. Earlier this season, he went off on his entire team, and it was glorious. Last year, went off on his entire – it was glorious. But this one takes the cake. Last night, they're down 77-50 at Michigan State, getting their clocks cleaned. And one of his players, let me check my notes. Oh, Stephen Jameson, a former, wait for it, Michigan State student, a flagrant foul, clipping somebody from behind on a breakaway dunk. And for the first time that I've ever seen, a coach ejected his own player. His own player. And after the game, Cronin said this to a reporter. Okay.
What was your thoughts in the student section chanting Booker's name?
I could give a rat's ass about the other team's student section.
I just meant the overall the way that you
I would like to give you a kudos for the worst question I've ever been asked.
All right, I'll take it.
Did you like
You should take it.
the preparation of the
You really think I care about the other team's
No, I don't.
student
I don't
section?
think you care about the other.
Are you
team.
raising your voice at me?
No, I'm just.
Yeah, you are.
talking.
Yeah, you are. Come on, dude.
I'm not raising.
Come on. Yes, you are. Everybody's standing here listening to you. Everybody. This is on camera. They can hear you. I answered the question. I could give a rat's ass about the other team's student section. I coach UCLA. I don't care about Michigan State students. I mean, who cares?
the preparation.
Oh, that is glorious. Raphael, your take on Mick Cronin and his latest.
Jet lag is real because every time he's had a rant is always when he's traveling to the Midwest or farther. His last rant was against Rutgers. So jet lag is real. I just think he's just tired of the bad play that his team's doing.
It's a good thing he doesn't work for K-State because he'd get fired for being a coach and for being honest with his team and being honest with his players. Look, I love everything about guys like this. I love everything about the Mick Cronins who are edgy with their players, who are edgy with the press. It just makes for better talk.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Listen, first of all, where was that interview shot at? Like, that was like the backside of the bathroom, right in between the locker room. That scares me a little bit. But Mick Cronin is exactly what sports, no matter if it's college or professional, needs right now. Not beating around the bush, not being politically correct, just saying how it is, and then we get to make fun of him for it.
There's supposed to be a person traveling with the team that has a big background that says UCLA on it that they can put up very quickly, stand him in front of, and then take it down. Clearly, they don't even have that at UC. He should be bitching about that. He really, really should. Brandon, I agree with you. These are the type of coaches that we need. All these guys that are soft and giving all the money out, nah. Mick will call them out. He's done that. He will send them out. He's done that. And he may be out. But moving forward, I think he'll have teams lining up to hire him as a coach because for every up, there comes a down. And all this nonsense, giving the players the power, that's got to end. And it's got to end with coaches like Mick Cronin or the likes of a Nick Saban or something like that. But this has got to stop. And I love that sound. Now, did you guys also hear that other sound yesterday? It was kind of a mix between a growing unhappiness. I can't even say the word. Because the San Francisco 49ers Big Cheesy's going. The NFL has announced that they are expanding their international footprint, as it were. And next year, the 49ers will play 2 international games. One in Mexico. Okay. They do that every year. It's no big deal. The second in Australia. Yes, you heard me correctly. A 24-hour flight to play one game. So they better have an off week before it, and they better have an off week after it, or it will be a severe competitive disadvantage. Raphael, you already mentioned it. Jet lag, it is real. Your take on the 49ers having to go to Australia to play a game?
Players don't want to play an extra game. People want to complain about a halftime show. How about we complain about games being here in the States? I am tired of watching all these games. Australia? Wow, that's a big travel.
And it's stupid. I don't understand why the NFL continues to do this to their players. You're going to a place that does not care about the NFL. You're going to a place where you will never put a team, and you're sending a team on a 24-hour flight. My guess, the NFL, they probably don't have a week off the next week. They probably play on Thursday.
The biggest marketing machine in sports is doing exactly what they continue to do and thrive in, which is sending their teams worldwide. But here's what I'm most concerned about. We're going to take the team that was the most injured in this past season, and we're going to send them to Australia and Mexico City. I don't care about rest days. Let's get all the bubble wrap possible, especially Christian McCaffrey, because no one wants to see a third-string running back for the 49ers.
Let me tell you guys something from a person who's done this many, 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 many times. When you have to fly and then work and have to do something physical, it sucks. It absolutely sucks. You do one of two things when you land. You either go straight to the gym and get your workout in, or you go straight to bed and you sleep until you match up the clock in that country. But I think Brandon had the best take. They're never going to have an NFL team here. I understand Mexico. I even understand Europe. But this is absolute nonsense that you would send a team over a day to play a game just to expand your footprint. It makes no sense whatsoever. All right, we're going to end the front page of news on a positive note. Norway's, his last name's Klæbo, wins a 10th gold medal. The only other person ever in the history of the Olympics to do so is one Michael Phelps. Well, Raphael, I ask you this question. What is a harder sport, do you think, to prepare for? Cross-country skiing like Klæbo or swimming like Michael Phelps?
This is the easiest question I've ever heard. It is cross-country. 2022 cross-country in the Olympics. It was minus 17 degrees and they were doing this event. Last time I checked, pools are heated.
Look, swimming is absolutely positively harder. I've done all sorts of different types of swimming, being in the Marine Corps, getting dumped into oceans, getting dumped into lakes, having to swim miles and miles and miles the way Michael Phelps does. There is nothing more exhausting than swimming.
Can I just say both? Because I can't do either. The only swimming I got is when I get dumped in toilets upside down. I mean, hats off to both of these guys. Listen, I'm just jealous of anyone with athletic talent.
I will say this, that I like swimming better than cross-country skiing for 2 reasons. A, I've never done that. But also, I've seen, back when I was in high school, the guys on the swim team and the girls, they could eat literally whatever they wanted. And they would gorge themselves like, oh, my God, I wish I could do that. And I played basketball. But swimming, you burn so many calories. You burn so much.
Uh-oh. I'd like to know why Candace is giving you swirlies.
All right. Well, first off, we will let Coach get back here. But great conversation, guys, as we talked about a cross-country skiing and swimming in the Olympics. I think every Olympic sport is incredibly difficult. We will be right back here on Coach and Company. Coming up, we have the Lakers and the second half of the NBA season. Also, what is the future of LeBron James? He says he's unsure about playing into next season. We'll tackle all that and more right here on Coach and Company, live on Stadium.
I believe in communication. During training camp, I talked to one of my teammates for a little while, and then as soon as I went in the meal room, somebody came and told me like they didn't want me giving players advice. I told them, I was like, you were my assistant coach. I know you. But it was just a lot of back and forth.
If this organization has any sort of sense, that number 3 is going to go in the rafters one day.
That's a given. He said that to me before he sent me home.
CP, we all going to retire your jersey, but your service is no longer needed.
Before I left the room, I asked him, I was like, so L. Frank, you said you was going to get me a meeting with T. Lou, right? He said, I'm sorry, I couldn't do that.
That was Chris Paul, I guess the embattled point guard, formerly of the Los Angeles Clippers. Raphael, starting with you. It was highly publicized how he was sent home, and now we're hearing his side of the situation. What do you make of Chris Paul's unlikely departure from the NBA?
Maybe it was just time for you to retire. Why even play that 1 year in LA? I think just the coaches and owners are starting to realize, hey, you know what? If you're not doing the service we need, we're going to let you go.
Yeah, some of these superstars hang on way too damn long. You know what I mean? Like, do you keep going? And you're like, damn, when is this guy going to retire? Aaron Rodgers in the NFL is becoming that guy right now. So at some point, it's just time for you to go. And sometimes when you just don't go, people have to show you the door.
Yeah, but here's my thing. This does happen a lot in the NBA where superstars hang on for too long, and a lot of leagues. But don't you guys feel, Raphael, don't you feel like Chris Paul, one of the best point guards in NBA history, should have had a little bit more of a ceremonial exit from the league?
Was one of the best point guards in the league. We both all agreed that maybe it was just his long was time to go. See ya.
Yeah, sometimes it is time to go, and I'm glad. Look, the Clippers do this a lot, right? I'm glad they finally forced him out.
Chris Paul?
Chris Paul.
Yeah.
How many years? 22, 23, something like that?
Yeah. 45.
Yeah. Exactly. All right, we're going to talk about another former best friend of Chris Paul, because sometimes, guys, at the end of the day, a career has to come to an end. There is no avoiding it. Are we about to enter the final 2 months of the great one that's not named Michael Jordan? Of course, we're talking about LeBron. We're back live in 5 seconds. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Coaching Company here live on the Stadium Network, YouTube, and social media. Really helps the show grow if you're coming in on our YouTube page. You want to chat away, the chat queen, Kimberly, will handle you there as well. All right, so the NBA second half of the season starts tomorrow. Most teams have 27, 28, 29 games approximately, including the Lakers and one LeBron James. Gentlemen, LeBron James said over the weekend that he is unsure about what his future looks like. He turned 41 at the end of 2025. At some point, this 23, 24, 25-year journey, it's got to come to an end. Raphael, do we think LeBron James is entering into the final 2 months of his career?
Nope. He plays one more season, his farewell season, because he's still contributing. I mean, it's not like he's coming off the bench and doing nothing. He's still contributing. He does one more farewell tour.
But here is the problem, is that he's already missed enough games to not qualify for All-NBA, which means he's missing about 1 out of every 2 games. So if he's at 18 and they played 54 games, that means he's missing 1 out of every 3. Brandon, if you're another NBA team, or even if you're the Lakers, do you play for a superstar that only plays 1 out of 3 games, or 2 out of 3 games, I guess?
I tell him, look, we know what you mean to this sport. We know what you mean to this organization. But if we're going to continue to have you on our roster, you're going to be paid a lot less money. We are not giving you what you think that you're going to get. And you're either going to take it or you're going to walk off into the sunset. It's time for LeBron to go. It's been time for LeBron to go. It just way too damn long, man.
Let's be honest. 2 years ago when his son came into the league is the year that he should have taken the league minimum. And I said that on this show. I've said it on other shows, because at the end of the day, if he wanted to win with his son, he's already a billionaire. He's got plenty of money after he plays already set up. He doesn't need to make the max. And Mikey, the fact that he has taken the max, he's making over $50 million a year. Brian Windhorst even said he's going to have to take a big-time pay cut, and he's been there since day freaking one. LeBron has already shown he's not willing to do that even when his son's involved. So why would he do it when the actual NBA and teammates are involved?
I think the only reason he will do it, and that's next year, is because there will be one door open for him, and that'll be returning home to Cleveland. He'll have to play third fiddle to James Harden and Donovan Mitchell, but he'll have a whole retirement tour, and he can give back to the community, and the NBA will rally around it and make as much money as possible.
Do we really think that's a possibility? Like, is that a Raphael? Is it in the prediction markets? Is that a thing?
That's a huge thing, and that's what most people are talking about. I've even heard he might take league minimum to end his season with Cleveland.
You mean end his career?
End his career, yes.
Wow. Brandon, you think that is something that you could see a third trip around the sun with the Cavs?
Just gag me. Like, I can't with it. Like, why? What are we doing, man? Way too damn long holding a team hostage. You're going to mortgage a year of your future because you want to bring LeBron home and let him go tour around. Stop it, man. Stop.
Well, we just talked about the tanking issue, and it leads to we want to make money however we can make money. And this would, in merchandise sales, in ticket sales, in local TV markets, this would absolutely skyrocket what they could ask. There's no question about that. Question is, would the Cavs do it? That's the question. But we'll keep an eye on it because I think it'd be a cool story. And whenever Brandon can lose his mind, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. All right, gentlemen, coming off a 3-4 day yesterday, we've got to be better today. We've got golf. We've got NBA for tomorrow. We have Olympic hockey today. We have a little bit of everything. So let's get to it and let's lock it in. All righty, boys, 10 seconds or less. Just one or two nuggets is all that I need. Raphael, my guy, one play. Start us off.
We're going to California basketball. St. Mary's team total over 73.5. The total has already moved 5 points, and still the team total has not moved. So I just think it's great value at 73.5.
All righty. Big Tommy C. He's on the Pistons for tomorrow. Make sure that's for tomorrow when the NBA comes back. He likes them to win the game. You heard his Big Tommy C. Fun fact. The last 8 games, they have been an underdog. They have cashed that ticket with the dub. And then you're also going to give us 4.5 at MSG. He'll take that as well. So 2 plays on the Pistons, the money line, and plus 4.5. Brandon, go.
Let's go Olympic men's quarterfinals. Hockey, we've got Finland minus 1.5 versus Switzerland. Finland can score. They can block the puck in front of the net. I like this team a lot against the Swiss team. And then same game parlay, USA versus Sweden today. Over 5.5 goals. USA minus 1.5 plus 220. So yes, coach, a 4-2 score will get us there.
I would even take 5-1 for a little sweat free if you don't mind. I'm going to go next. I've got 4 different plays from the Genesis Invitational. I'll be on the call this week on the ESPN app. I like Hideki to win a plus 2,200. The last time they played this event here 2 years ago, before the fires, he got it done, a 62 on Sunday to win at 17 under par. He's already won this year. He nearly won Phoenix, lost in the playoff. Last week, another top 10. He is trending in the right direction. Then 3 tournament matchups. Tommy Fleetwood over Xander. Xander just not playing very good. I'm fading him. Hideki, if I think he's going to win, I like him against anybody. And then Sam Burns. He's played great golf here early in the season as well. I like a little plus money play over Matthew Fitzpatrick. Mikey P, bring us home.
St. John's minus 8.5 at Marquette. St. John's, one of the top 25 ranked teams in the country. They're on an 11-game win streak. I think that continues and improves to 12 tonight. And then Arkansas plus 4.5 on the road at Alabama. This game's going to come down to 3-point shooting and Arkansas's ability to defend Alabama's heavy 3-point shooting game plan. So give me Arkansas plus 4.5 to cover.
We're really starting to get down to the nitty-gritty on teams that we should look at for March Madness and teams that we should fade. Rafael Esparza, could you please, if you don't mind, make me a little bit smarter?
We're going to another team that's a home underdog. The Missouri Tigers have won 20 out of their last 22 night games at Mizzou Arena.
Wow. 20 of 22 night games. So I guess you're taking out like the Saturday afternoon or Sunday afternoon games, I guess, out of that. Interesting. Where do you find this stuff at? My goodness. I was once told by Jalen Rose, the great lefty, part of the Fab Five. I said, what is the one game that you guys, it's hard to get up for? Like time, day, date. What do you think his answer was? Remember, he played at a certain point on the West Coast also.
Probably Saturday morning games.
It was definitely sad. So what the Clippers and the Lakers used to do when they shared the same arena, one would play like at 12:35, and then the other team would play at 7:30, and they would switch the court out. He said playing a Saturday afternoon game, West Coast time, so like 12:30, was the worst. The absolute very worst. He also said, Brandon, that he hated, and NBA players hate afternoon games. And should we put that into our handicapping? I think that we should. He said players hate getting up and eating and changing their whole routine from night to day. Does that make sense to you, Brandon?
Yeah, it makes a ton of sense, especially when you're traveling coast to coast. Sometimes you have a West Coast team playing an East Coast game, at noon on a Sunday afternoon. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning for them. So, yeah, it absolutely plays a factor and always plays a factor when handicapping.
Raphael, go.
Especially totals. When we have an afternoon game in NBA, it's almost 2 to 3 points lower than if they were playing at night.
Is it really? I always wondered what that was, because I look at that a lot too. Certainly. Oh, I'm getting text messages. Soupy is weighing in on your hockey plays, Brandon, and on LeBron. Why can't you have a take when you're actually on the show, Soupy? Interesting. All right, give me that one shot. It is now time for you guys to go out into the world, for you to pay it forward and understand we've got a lot more content coming up today. 2 o'clock, don't forget about Off the Ropes. Tonight, our second episode of the Coach and Bro Show at 6 p.m. Eastern Time as we continue to grind. I know football's over, but there's still only one thing left to do, and I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. For my entire team, love them all. My man, Raphael, Big Tommy C, my guy, Brandon, Mikey P, and always behind the scenes producer, man. I am simply the coach, trying to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's what we're all about. This is Coaching Company live, as always, right here on Stadium. Have a great day.